Disclaimer, this video is for beginners and new server players, and if you don't mind added information, this will be for you too. Hey, what is up, squad? TITOBODS here, and today we're going to give love to our swordsman user. So this video is going to be, first, I think this is mostly made towards the benefit of free-to-play swordsman users. There are free-to-play swordsman users out there or love swordsman, and if you are a free-to-play and a beginner, I think this video will do you good. And
Let's go.
And maybe you need a little bit of guidance if you are a free-to-play player on how you want to use your swordsman in order for you to thrive in the battlefields. So this video is specifically made for a Yodit March, wherein we're going to use a Yodit March from Season 2 to Season 6, which is our current season in the game. And I will give you guys all the possible builds that you can come through, and also all the possible lineups that I want you to get. Your Yodit is going to be a little bit, incomplete, feeling incomplete from Season 2 to Season 6. But in this video, I'm going to share with you guys how you can manage with your troops, with how can you also use your, let's say, hero medals, and which heroes you really want to max out. Before anything else, slap that like button and drag this video out to your friends. And since 78% of you guys watching are not yet subscribed to the channel, I encourage you to do so. We also have our tip link here on screen. You can leave a message or comment on that so I can answer or recognize your message on our next video. We now have our super chat and super thanks, and if you want to be a member of the channel, you can get perks like custom icons, custom emotes, and enjoy members only content. And with that, let's go back to topic. So let's start with Season 1. So in Season 1, the most available heroes for you to get is your Josephine. You have your Hammurabi, and of course your King Derrick. So these three here are the heroes that are available in Season 1. So I don't want you guys to be investing so much on them, especially this hero, but you can actually max out your King Derrick in Season 1. At least 3 to 5 star for your King Derrick is possible in Season 1. Also for your Josephine, you can do like a 3 stars in Season 1. That is also a possibility. The only hero that is a little bit hard to actually level up when it comes to star is Hammurabi. Now, if you are using this build, what I want you to get for your Josephine skills, as I've said, you don't really need to invest in this one. But I want you to get the Sunder. So Sunder is very important here. And if you're going to invest, like, let's say, 1 legendary medal, what I want you to get here, if you're going to use this build, is actually either, protracted battle, because it will really help you all out in a way, and also either double attack. I don't want you guys to get 2 legendary skill medals, so I only want you to get those 2 skills right there. Then on your Hammurabi, since Hammurabi is actually a hero that doesn't have so much on him going on, you can use these 2 skills already. You don't really need to get anything on Hammurabi. But if you have an extra medal, what you want to do is to get your hands on the High Spirit. Now you can use this High Spirit and change your crashing boulder to the High Spirit. So that's what you can do. Now with your King Derrick, what you want to do is, since your King Derrick will do the route effect here, you want to do the Sunder also, 1, and you don't really need to get anything else. But if you want, or if you can spend 1 for skill medal, you can use the Righteous Judgment over here. So Sunder and Righteous Judgment, that's it. So how does this lineup work? So your Josephine basically is like the damage dealer plus the healer. So as you can see here, you have both damage and recovery rate. And then your protracted battle, if you're going to use this one, will have more sustainability for this march, which is going to be good. Plus you need the Sunder because it has the route effect. So the route effect will benefit your lineup because your King Derrick has a skill or signature skill wherein if the target is in route state, which is the route effect, increases their might damage taken by 15%. So it's actually going to be upgraded if your King Derrick is at 5 star. So you really need the route effect. Another one is your Hammurabi, okay? So this one already inflicts the route. So this is what I call the route march. And you can also use that route effect here to enhance your damage. Plus this one gives commander's might damage plus 20%. Now you want your Josephine to be your commander instead of Hammurabi and King Derrick, because I want you guys to consider this one. This is an easy trigger rage because the cost is only at 200. So you also have 120 initial rage upon entering the battle, and the damage is really good at 650%. Now looking at this, the most important thing about that fact is number 1, the damage plus your rage cost and the initial rage that you can get from that. Now the thing is with your Hammurabi, you don't have the initial rage, alright? The rage cost is okay, the damage is quite decent, but you don't have the extra ratios. So it's going to take you a while before you can deal the first instance of your commander skill, which will give you a disadvantage in the field because most commander has that initial rage. Also for your King Derrick, same thing. You will not have that initial rage, and especially the damage also is a little bit lower than your Josephine. So that's the season 1 heroes that you want to build. But also there is a hero here in season 1 that you must get, but I'm not really going to tell you guys that you must get her or you must max her out. No. So you can get your Tribhuwana here in season 1. You can invest on her. What you can do is you can get your hands on your Josephine, then your Tribhuwana, maybe 1 star. I think 1 star is just okay for your Tribhuwana, and then your King Derrick. So the build now for your Tribhuwana, if you're going to use your Tribhuwana this way, you just need your fortification and it's going to be alright with that. So you need your fortification over here, and if you have a skill medal, you can use your righteous judgment. Those are what you need if you are using a Tribhuwana. And your Tribhuwana is kind of like a support, so you need to change your protracted battle on your Josephine. So instead of that, you can get your hands on weak spot or double attack. So that's actually it. But do not remove the Sunder. You still need the Sunder for your King Derrick. Now, when Season 2 comes, Yodit is going to be available. So Yodit is going to be your main commander, followed by your Tribhuwana. Now, other players are going to tell you guys that you can use King Derrick. Yes, that is true. But for me, I want you guys to get instead Josephine over here, so that you will still have that much heal and sustainability. So here you need to boost your Yodit. As you can see, we are at 5-star at Yodit. So I suggest you guys to invest everything that you have on your Yodits. The skills that you want for your Yodit here is actually your for me before what I use is mostly Executor and Battle Roar. So that's that gives you more damage. Okay, so for me, I want you guys to get the Executor, max it out. This is the first one that you want to max out to 5-star. You want to max it out to 5-star here so that you can get all this bonuses plus the damage. So you really need this one. This is a must if you are using a Yodit. And then number 2, you can get the Battle Roar, because Battle Roar can actually be used at a huge, or can actually give you a huge damage skill right there, even without leveling up your skills. So you can see here at level 0 for the stars, but at level 40 max of your skill, you already have the 300. Plus you have an increased damage. This is for 6 seconds. And on that note, the only thing that your stars will actually do is activation chances. You can see here from 30 to 35%. That's the only difference. You can use Furious Charge for sure, yes. But I'm not really fond of using it because the thing is with your Yodit, there is like a stack of deterrence here, okay? So sometimes what happens is the commander skill also uses that stack, as you can see here. Deals 3 instances of damage to up to 3 enemy troops within the fan shape area, blah blah blah. Then there are 4 or more, when there are 4 or more stacks of deterrence, consumes the 4 stacks and changes to 5 instances of damage instead of the 3. So you will remove that 4 stacks. So you are going to be back at 2 stacks, okay? You're going to be back at 2 stacks again before you can go back to 6 stacks again. So you need to be activating this again. So for me, since you're going to be a little bit lacking on damage there, the other best way to get is either Battle Roar or Fearless Strike. But I want you guys to instead get Battle Roar, so you will have extra damage. Plus, you don't really need to level it up that much. So that's a like a freebie for you guys. So that's what you can do. But for sure, there are a lot of other ways you can do it way better. But it's going to be in the future once you have your hands on skill scrolls, because you're going to have a hard time saving up for skill scrolls. And then on your Tribhuwana, what you can do on your Tribhuwana, still the same for me. You can use your fortification, and then instead of righteous judgment, instead of the righteous judgment over here, I want you guys to instead get King's Blade. For me, that's what I want. And then on your Josephine, go make sure you get that, you can still get that protracted battle. And then if you can invest also still on a skill medal, you get your double attack. So once you have your double attack, you can actually have a chance to activate your skill here, which will give you more damage plus more heals. So that's what you want. This is a very unconventional build because we are using Yodit as a commander. So there's going to be a little bit of waiting time before you can fully get your hands on one of the best Yodit March in the game. Do not also max your Tribhuwana. You don't need your Tribhuwana max at 5 stars. You can though do 3 stars. Tribhuwana, 3 stars is okay. Because let's face it, legendary hero medals are a little bit hard to get in the game, so you need to really think of where or maybe you need to be safe on where to give your hero medals. So I want you guys to give your hero medals to Yodit. But what you can do is maybe 3 stars Yodit, 3 stars Tribhuwana. 3 stars is a little bit easier to pull off because you only need like 20 on the first, 50 on the second, and like I think 100 on the third one. Just make sure your Yodit is always prioritized. Okay. Now, in Season 3, your other heroes that are going to be available for this one is actually your Mehmed. Alright? So you have your Mehmed in here. And truly, I am a player that is more of a defensive thinker. I mean, I want a little bit tankier March. And I think with the help of Mehmed, this is going to be way tankier lineup. You can actually fend up some archers with this one. You can fend up some maybe damage from Lubu. And then you're going to be tanky with this one. I'm sure of it. So the build though, the only thing that I want you to build on your Mehmed is either you make sure you get your hands on Owl's Lament, and then another one is Peaceful Haven. So that's the two things I want you to get for your Mehmed. And Mehmed is actually a strong one because it's going to boost your heroes randomly. It's either reduce your troops damage taken or increase the damage dealt by your heroes, by your troops active and secondary strike skill, which your Yodit possess an active skill. So this is really going to be a good one for your overall march. Alright, so this is going to be your lineup for a while after that. And then, once you get your hands on Lagertha, what I want you guys to do is this build. So still, the skills are the same for both heroes, but on your Yodit now, since it's Season 5, I think you have now the ability to get another skill. So instead of Battle Roar now, you go with Furious Charge. So that's how you want to do it. So since you have your Furious Charge now, and this is a tanky lineup also, you want this build on your Lagertha. So make sure you get your hands on Raging Bloodline and High Spirit. You want those two skills. Okay. So the thing here is, once your Scipio comes, you need to give up either Mehmed or Lagertha. So that's actually now the thing. If you're going to ask me which one you want to give up, I would rather go with full activation, full on damage rather than Mehmed. But there are players that are using Mehmed in this March, and actually Mehmed with Scipio is quite just okay in a way, but you are really having a hard time with the damage of the troop. But both of them are okay with 3 stars, okay, unless you are really fixed on which hero to pick. Now once you are finished, for example, you want your Scipio or you want your Lagertha instead of your Mehmed, then go for your Scipio over here. So once you have Scipio, what you can do is this build. So use your one-man army and then King's Blade. So King's Blade because it will grant all of your heroes with the damage, which is 30% at max. And if you're going to use it that way, it's going to be a huge damage once your Yodit deals crits with her skills. So this is actually the thing. Now, this is your forever build until you get another one that can replace your Yodit as a free-to-play player. That's what I want you guys to get. So this is actually how it would look once you are complete with your free-to-play marches, because all of these heroes you can get from the build. And as I've said, until you get to this portion of the game, that's the only time you want to max out your heroes, because even if there are new heroes that comes out, this hero will always provide you with a good amount of damage. As long as you focus them, you have your right gems, you have good levels on your adornments, good levels on your traits, and your rings, I think, and also your gems, of course. I think you're going to really do good and enjoy this march. So now the question is for you guys. What do you guys think about this roadmap for the free-to-play players from our squad members? And I want to know your thoughts about this one. I want you guys to also give me some recommendations, suggestions for the builds that maybe I missed out, or maybe you can think of some good combinations that we can share with the group. Just leave them all down in the comments, and we're going to talk about it. And as always, squad, have a great day to everyone. This is your TITOBODS, and I will see you in the next one. And hey, click on this video right here for more awesome TITOBODS content. Thanks for watching, you guys, and TITOBODS out.